Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to be on the floor this morning to introduce bipartisan legislation with my colleague on the Education and Workforce Committee, Congressman Drew Ferguson from Georgia. Our bill, promoting apprenticeships through regional training networks for employers' required skills, or Partners Act, will help close the skills gap by increasing opportunities for small and medium-sized businesses to establish apprenticeships and work-based learning programs. When I visit communities in Northwest Oregon, I hear from many Oregonians who still feel left behind because they don't have the skills they need to compete in today's economy. They're not alone. Many jobs today do not require a 4-year degree, but do require more than a high school diploma. In fact, those jobs make up about 53% of today's labor market, but only 43% of today's workers are trained at this level. This creates a skills gap, leaving businesses struggling to find workers with appropriate skills and workers without meaningful pathways to better paying jobs. And I hear from employers and workforce organizations about the importance of a qualified workforce. They want to identify new opportunities to strengthen skills training. Apprenticeships and work-based learning programs are a win-win. They provide individuals with paid on-the-job training and classroom instruction. Employers can align training with the skills they need at their workplaces, and workers can learn while they earn. Unfortunately, small and medium-sized businesses often lack the infrastructure and resources to establish apprenticeships or work-based learning programs on their own. So the Partners Act addresses this by establishing a grant program to support the creation and expansion of industry and sector partnerships that will help small and medium-sized businesses develop work-based learning programs and provide support programs for workers. Industry and sector partnerships will bring together employers, education, training, labor, and community-based organizations to develop work-based learning programs that benefit workers and the economy as a whole. In Oregon, these partnerships could address, for example, workforce development needs in rapidly growing sectors like healthcare and technology. Under the Partners Act, the partnerships would use grant funds to recruit workers, develop training curriculum, and provide workers with access to tools, work attire, transportation, childcare services, and mentorship support. These support services help businesses retain employees and help workers balance caring for and providing for their families. Importantly, Mr. Speaker, this bill results in no additional cost to taxpayers because it authorizes the use of 50% of the funds deposited in the H-1B non-immigrant petition account, and these will be used by the Department of Labor for the partnership grants. This funding source was suggested by the administration in a June 2017 executive order on apprenticeships. Through stronger investments in work-based learning programs, we can build pathways to get more people back to work, to provide our nation's businesses with a workforce that will improve productivity and efficiency. I thank Mr. Ferguson for his leadership, and I urge my colleagues to join us in supporting this bipartisan legislation that will help people in our districts across the country access good jobs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentlelady.